I'd take San Francisco. I mean, I would take them to win 12 games. Bosa's back, Kittle's back, Garoppolo's back. They went and fortified the offensive line in the running game. I'd take San Francisco, even though it's a tough division. So you start looking. Miami and Tua. We're going to know by Thanksgiving. Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts. We'll probably know by Thanksgiving. Daniel Jones and the Giants. We'll know by Thanksgiving. Those teams will make their mind up by Thanksgiving. Saints, what if Taysom Hill doesn't work or Jameis Winston? Washington, I don't know what they're doing. Denver, that could be solved with Aaron Rodgers, but we don't know. Steelers, post-Big Ben. And John Gruden's got a wandering eye, and Jimmy Garoppolo's Mr. Hunko Rama, so he's going to always be kind of looking around. That's 9. I'm not even counting teams like Detroit, which will be awful, and they may move off Jared Goff. That could be 10. So just be a good guy, get along, be good press, cross your fingers on the health. And Garoppolo, by the way, if Garoppolo stays healthy, they're going to move. You know, this is one of these where this is not a Jordan Love. Trey Lance is a much better prospect than Jordan Love. Jordan Love had like 2 really bad college years. I talked to 3 different general managers. 2 didn't like him at all. 1 kind of liked him. Everybody liked Trey Lance. He'd never been in trouble. Jordan Love had a little marijuana thing nobody loved. He was a hot and cold player. He was really a second-round pick. Jordan Love was a second-round pick. Trey Lance, there wasn't a GM who didn't like him. He's just not, he's not Trevor Lawrence as a prospect. He's not. Nobody is, by the way. And Andrew Luck's the last guy close. Elway after that. Peyton Manning, maybe. So just be a good guy. Garoppolo, if he stays healthy, he's going to get a multitude of big offers. Joy with the news.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
Well, we've got Aaron Rodgers drama, and, it's 2021, so why not have a Tim Tebow story in the mix for the NFL?
Oh, boy.
So rumors started swirling last week that Tim Tebow could be trying out for the Jaguars. Well, apparently those are more than rumors, according to Tony Khan, the owner's son.
Tim has come in and worked out as a tight end. That's not the position that we've seen him play sometimes, but it's a position that he's been practicing at with us. So that'll be interesting to see how that contributes to us on offense too. But obviously Urban knows Tim really well, and Tim's got a great history of winning, and Urban really believes he can help us, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
Don't love it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't know if you know this. I'm a massive Tebow fan.
Here's why I don't love it. So Jacksonville's very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Tebow is the religious following. That became a real thing, is that, as we all know, sometimes religion can cloud objectivity. What happens if Trevor Lawrence, goes on a 4-game losing streak?
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
No. Listen, religion has its limits, okay? And they stop at football. That's generally where it ends. Trevor Lawrence has 3 whole solid years to be terrible before Jacksonville is going to move off.
So if he goes 0-5 to start, you don't think there'll be any Tebow talk?
I mean, from a few delusional people in the corner. But first of all, it's Urban, and he is God there, right? Since we're going to be religious. Urban is God. Like, Urban... Tebow is Jesus, if we're just going to keep following the tree of religion here. Like, Trevor Lawrence is the Holy Spirit. Like, this transcends all of it. There is not going to be any confusion about if Tim Tebow is going to be the one stepping in for Trevor Lawrence. And he's trying out at tight end, which is what
he should have been all along.
I don't know. I don't know that he should have been that. I guess we have an example now in Taysom Hill of this hybrid player.
Oh, boy. You start saying that, Jacksonville fans are like, we can make him our Taysom Hill, not a starter, but he comes in like 9 plays a game.
Well, I mean, maybe there's some value to that. Now, he hasn't played in the NFL since 2012 when he started 12 games for the Jets. Look, we all know what Tim Tebow's career was.
Great kid.
In the NFL.
But not that talented. He tried baseball, couldn't do it. NFL, couldn't do it. He's a great college athlete. That's what he was. A great kid, great family, great person.
He did start his football career as a tight end at Trinity Christian Academy High School, and then became a quarterback. So it wouldn't be his first time playing the position.
I'm telling you, if Trevor Lawrence goes on a 4-game losing streak, all those delusional Tebow heads are going to be like, oh, my God.
Listen, Jacksonville's not my team, so I'm all for the chaos. It's just that's like that specific part of the country. Those two names, Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow, carry a lot of weight. I don't think that there will be callings for him to step in for Trevor Lawrence. I wouldn't be concerned about that.
I'll bet you a Jersey Mike sub it happens by...
How much of a drumbeat has to exist before I lose the bet? If this
There has to be an article written about it.
From an accredited, not a blog, an article, like a place that has an editor.
Well, I mean, a place that has an editor.
Yes. Someone who gets paid to be an editor.
Okay.
There's a very big difference.
Okay, let's do it. I'll bet you a sub.
Okay.
I mean, blogger, you might as well put that down for week 2. Those cast-offs are a bunch of...
No, nothing against bloggers, but I'm saying I want an accredited place, like having a like this is a conversation.
Somebody that is allowed to sit in a press box. Bloggers aren't. Most bloggers...
Fine, fair,
yeah.
fair. Okay.
If you're allowed to get a press pass...
You get a press pass and you're in the press box in an NFL game. All right. So Carolina traded for Sam Darnold on April 5th, but many people believe they might still take a quarterback at number 8.
Nah.
But head coach Matt Rule was recently on the Rich Eisen show and said he's confident in where Darnold can take the team.
We're just trying to build the whole team, and I just believe in Sam. I believe that, he deserves the opportunity to go out and play with us, and I think those other young quarterbacks are going to be fantastic players, but the hit rate on first round quarterbacks isn't real high, and to have a chance to get J.C. Horn and have Sam Darnold, we just kind of felt like, hey, this is 2 for 1. Now we just have to make sure Sam's a great player for us.
By the way, they went all in offense. So last year, we know, Joy, they went defense. They went and got a tight end, a left tackle, Sam Darnold, a running back, a wide receiver who had worked with Joe Brady, the coordinator. So I don't know if Matt Rule is a great defensive coach. Despite drafting defense, they got torched by all the good offenses. Brady torched them. I think Kansas City torched them.
They were very young.
Yeah. But offensively, this staff knows what they're doing. So I don't know how Carolina's going to be this year. They're not going to beat Tampa. But my takeaway on Carolina this year, they'll have the best backfield next to Cleveland in the league. Chuba Hubbard and Christian McCaffrey, those are home run hitting running backs. Those guys pop for big. They're not good as Nick Chubb. I mean, I think they're in the...
Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, is a superstar.
So I think I do believe Carolina, and I know everybody knows I'm a Darnold homer, but I think they just said, we're going to make this Darnold thing work. You go look at their draft. It is a really, really interesting draft for Carolina.
Well, I mean, none of us know what Sam Darnold is going to be there.
Oh, I do.
But I think he's going to be better. Look, the Jet situation was a disaster, right? Like, we can all admit that it was a disaster. The Adam Gase hire was a mistake. So anyone is going to take a step up being with a better coach and a more stable organization with more talent around them. So I think he's going to be better for that, like, by that measurement. If he's going to be, the second coming, then, we'll have to see. But They're a very young team. So I think overall, people are going to be looking at Sam Darnold to take a big step up. But how you evaluate Carolina should be through the lens of they are still an extremely young team. They're still building. So the Lakers are currently fighting to stay out of the play-in tournaments.
Oh, boy.
And they won't have their best player to help them. LeBron will apparently be sidelined for at least the next 2 games, according to Woj, tomorrow against the Clippers and then Friday against the Blazers. He had come back on Friday night after missing 20 games to a high ankle sprain, and he's missed 22 games this season, but had a setback on Sunday in the 4th quarter against the Raptors, so he is going to be out for at least the next 2 games. They are currently the 6th seed in the West, but they're only 1 game out of the 7th seed.
If LeBron's healthy, they're going to be very good. If he's not,
right now,
if he's not healthy and he's hobbling around, Joy, they're a 1 and done or a 2 and done team.
I've been saying this for weeks. I know the Lakers fan base and LeBron supporters have been very insistent that he is going to be healthy heading into the playoffs. And
we thought.
And Anthony Davis was going to be ready to go. And it's not the same situation as last year. Last year they had a break. That's the reason why they weren't playing. This year they aren't playing because they're injured. It's a big difference.
Listen, Laker fans, Kobe Bryant, end of his career. Players get hurt more, and it takes longer to come back. This is the reality of those great veteran players that you've relied on for 15 years. When they do get hurt, and they do get hurt more, it takes
longer to come back.
Yeah, it
and
takes
also,
an off season.
I mean, you just have to consider this is a condensed season. They did not have an off season, particularly the Lakers and the Heat. So you should expect more injuries. And it's like unfortunate because obviously we want to see the Lakers. And I mean, I want to see the Lakers in the finals. I'm going to see the best teams with the best players with the biggest stars. But it's going to be interesting.
You're going to be
tournament.
You're going to be shocked by who I pick as NBA champ today. I'm going to make a prediction today. I'll bet another sub on that. Joey with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.